Hey everyone, the numbers are in for the Gulf front market in Panama City Beach for the third quarter of 2025. No condos, just attached single family in this video. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, playing around in our new Berkshire Hathaway Home Services podcast studio, so getting to play with some new toys and gizmos here. A couple things. The market is showing some signs of activity. Let me show you that. First of all, those of you who don't know, a lot of you are already signed up for this, but if you didn't know it, I have this e-alert system. This is the best software I've seen in 22 years of selling real estate that is the best way for people to keep up with accurate information about what's happening with pricing if you're not in the real estate business. This information comes straight from our real estate agent system. There's no charge for this. There's no obligation to work with me. I just like to have, I like to have accurate information and pricing information out there for people who own real estate. There's so much misinformation out there. This is the best tool I've seen for someone who isn't in the business in 22 years. So if you'd like to be signed up for this, let me know. This is what it looks like. Anytime something comes up for sale, changes price, goes under contract or sells, you would get an email. And I can set you up to receive this once per day, once per week, once per month, however often you'd like the information. It's a great way to keep up with things accurately. It looks really great on mobile. It looks great on a tablet, desktop, whatever. This is a couple samples of it. So here's new on site today. This is supposed to be Gulf front. Sometimes you have to put up with an agent putting in something that isn't truly Gulf front, but you can figure that out pretty fast. If something sells, it tells you the sale price and the sold price. It's accurate straight from our system. If there are open houses, you'll see that there. If you see a price reduction, you'll see that there. Something goes under contract, you'll see it there. So, and the nice thing about it, for example, you can click on each individual tile and you can look at all the photos, you can look at the description, and if you own real estate or you're tracking something, you can take the time to compare and start to understand why some things sell for more, why some things sell for less, and really learn about the market. So if you're interested, text me Gulffront to 850-290-0417. I'll set you up. Or if there's anything else you'd like to keep track of, let me know. Again, no charge, no obligation. I just like having good information out there. So some mixed signals in the market, which in a way that's encouraging because the signals had been so clear in a negative direction for a while. When we look at the state of Florida, this is coming from a company called Showing Time for real estate showing activity in Florida, and I wish I could get it just to PCB, but I don't have that information. You can see that early in the year, we're the orange line here. Early in the year, we were showing a little less real estate than we had been in the previous few years. But when you go through the year, we were started to show about the same amount. But what I'm curious to see, look at what happened since July. We're now showing more real estate over the last 60 days than the previous 4 years. And I'm wondering if this is a glitch in the system or if this is accurate. I'll keep watching this. If this is accurate, this is an encouraging sign that people are out looking. That's an early sign of maybe a market picking up because, of course, showings lead to offers, lead to closings. So we'll keep an eye on that. Locally, the Gulf front market trend, it's hard to pick up because it's less data that we're looking at, but a couple things. Again, I think we've talked about this before. Any of these blanks here mean we can't even pick up a number. Remember, this is months of inventory. Oops, sorry, I skipped ahead. Remember, 5 or 6 months of inventory represents a very neutral market on the Gulf. Maybe even 7 or 8 could be a little neutral because it takes a little longer to sell the more expensive stuff. We were at a very, very hot market. We all know that back in 2023. You started to see these holes in this chart, meaning there wasn't even a sale in a given month. And look, we've got as high as 24 months of inventory in August, which is 2 years of inventory, down to 11 in September. This is moving a lot because there's not much data to look at, but even 11 months of inventory is still a soft market. However, there's some interesting things to pick up here. So we had in the third quarter, 8 sales on the Gulf, and this includes attached units and detached units. And I've got this organized by price. So down at the shores, we had 1 unit sell for $1,065,000. A lot of this, we're starting to see some of the least expensive Gulf front homes sell. August 15th, we had one sell for $165,000. Another one sell August 21st for $144,000. Another attached unit August 21st, $1,012,000. Another attached unit, $1,005,000 on August 27th. Another attached unit, $113,000. September 23rd, September 30th, $285,000 for 3,000 square feet, a little bit older home over on Surf Drive. And then one that was pretty eye-opening on September 30th over in Margaritaville. A number of the Gulf front homes have been for sale. One closed finally for $3 million even. This was 3,900 square feet. But what I think is a bit encouraging, and that's, so we had 8 units sell in the third quarter, attached and detached. Pardon me. I've been doing a lot of this today. Currently, there are 3 units pending. All homes. Oh, no, sorry. 2 homes, 1 attached unit. Another one on Surf Drive. That Surf Drive area has been pretty popular with all the new development over there. You see the hotel being developed where the old Neons was, all the way to the Gulf, and where Tootsie's is being built. It's interesting to see some activity over there. But $2.1 million asking price is pending. Another 4,600 square foot, 7-bedroom, 7.5 bath is pending. The asking price is $4,437. This has been extended a number of times. It'll be interesting to see if this closes. And then another attached unit asking or pending, the asking price was $840. So more activity here recently in the market than we had seen. If we go back to this chart, look at all of last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months of no activity. And in the third quarter of this year, we have 8 closings and we have 3 units pending. Gulf front market seems to be picking up a little bit. Maybe some people are moving money around, wanting to park some cash. I think there's a lot of excitement and long-term optimism about the market in Panama City Beach. The new hospital alone is a game changer for us. So it'll be interesting to watch the market continue to move. One thing that's concerning short term for owners is it took $3 million in Margaritaville to sell. This is $876 a square foot. I don't talk about per square foot price much in detached single family and attached single family. There's so many variables there. But that was a lower number, I'm sure, than the Margaritaville community was looking for. We're working on a sale in there at 3.5 that the owner will do some owner financing. So it's an attractive offer for someone else who wants to get into Margaritaville. We've got a Gulf front home for sale right at Pier Park that I think is one of the best values on something a little older. Is in phenomenal condition for an old Florida beach cottage right across from Dusty's. And then we have probably, I think, the best value under $4 million for a modern new 4-story rental machine in great condition over on Surf Drive. So if you have questions about the market or you want to be signed up for that e-alert system, give me a call, shoot me a text, 850-290-0417. Again, I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Thanks for watching.